Okay, I'm setting up a little bit here in this question. Here we are back again doing this 2020, the last part of the trigonometry. We just did this question, 7.2, the area of the ring of the garden. The next question says, show that the distance RS, hey, that's the distance from R to S, show that it equals this weird thing, R times the square root of 10 minus 6 cosine of 2x. Well, holy cow. Well, what have I got? I've got a radius of r, and I know we just learned in the first question that the QS is 3r. We've got two sides, r and 3r, and an angle in between. Well, that's just the law of cosines, a squared equals, c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab times the cosine of the angle in between, and that's all I do. I go rs squared is equal to the little radius squared plus the other side 3r squared minus 2 times them multiplied together, r times 3r times the cosine of 2x. Well, there's your 2 times 3. That's giving me the 6. It's already starting to work. R squared, 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 plus 1 is 10r squared. Now, we've already got the 10 and the minus 6. Just factor out r squared. Gee, we're almost looking at the answer, but this is rs squared. All we do is square root both sides. The square root of r squared is r, and there's your answer, root 10 minus 6 cos 2x. So that's what you were supposed to show, and I think we showed it right here. So that's it. Let's try 7.4. Now, 7.4, it's even easier because they said, now that we've got a formula for rs, just take 10 and put it in for little r, and take 56 degrees and put it in for 2x, and see what happens. Well, that's all I've done, and I've shown it in red here. Instead of r, I put in 10 meters. Instead of x, I put in 56 degrees. And then I showed you and took a little snippet right here. I took a little picture of what it looked like in my calculator. In fact, I just typed it in. I went 2 times 56 here, and I just put 112. I press equals, and there it is, 34.996. You round it off to the nearest hundred. It's 35 meters. That's what the radius must be. RS. Calculate RS. It must be 35 meters. I was a little bit worried. So the one radius, that's what 3R equals, right? Oh, no, that's what RS equals. That's just the distance. Don't confuse yourself. That we haven't figured out the radius, but we've got RS because here we had a formula for RS that we're using. Now, say you didn't figure this out, you didn't show that. You can still use the formula. Look how easy these marks are, because you can use this formula even if you couldn't show it, and all you do is put in 10 for R and 56 for X, put it in your calculator, and get the marks. So make sure you look at the end and see how easy some of these questions are. This last one is just a substitution question, and it's like free marks, so don't lose it. Okay. Whoops.